Right, we are here at Llowalong Farms catching up with Dr. Kath McIntosh. Hello, Kath.
How you going, Paul? Long time no see.
It has been breeding season. I try to stay away from you, and we will touch on the breeding season firstly, but it draws to a close Friday. I think you've got 2 more collect days, today being a Wednesday and then Friday, and then that's it for you. You'll be looking forward to that?
Yes, we had our penultimate collection this morning, which was everyone's very much looking forward to Friday. It's been a long season, as they always are, but been a good one. And the team here have done a terrific job with all the stallions and the mares this year.
Llowalong are growing a brand, and it's a brand that keeps getting out there more and more. I promote lots of things. One, Nutrien, but also the Tassie Nutrien sale, their first sale they're going to have this year. I was looking through the stats, the things, and you got 25% of the sale represented with your size. It's only 20 lots, but that's a great feather in its cap, and great support from the Tasmanians as well, supporting the farm.
Yeah, absolutely. We get a lot of support by them down there, and they do a good job with their horses, and there's some really nice families represented in Tasmania as well. So, very appreciative of the support we get, and I really hope that their progeny go well in the sales, which I think they will.
The Yankee Rockstar, I encourage people to have a look at him. He's doing a great job, Rockstar. He's had an update too, 12 winners now on the ground through, not ever had a huge book of horses either. And I know he's a farm favourite. So you excited when you see his horses in the catalogues?
Yeah, absolutely. We love him. He came in this morning and you're just like, oh, geez, you're a good looking horse. Like he's just got beautiful temperament, and that's certainly what's following through to his progeny as well. And so he's had 12 winners, which 7 of those winners are all a 3x3 cross to Arts Place, and of which that Yankee Rockstar in the Tasmanian sale is a 3x3 to Arts Place as well. So he just keeps getting the runs on the board for the small numbers that he's had, and he'll keep getting better as time goes by. Those
proven crosses, they work. That's the one thing I think I've learnt and developed, I suppose, over the journey of doing what I do. Crosses like that do work. There's another one we will highlight in a second, one of the lather ups as well, but when those crosses work, it's something that people should really sit up and take awareness of.
Yeah, absolutely. His little brother, Poster Boy, he's got a couple in the Tasmanian sale as well, which one is a 3x3 to Arts Place too. And it's a very exciting year for us this year, 2024. I feel like I've been waiting for it for ages, like with between Poster Boy, Soho Tribeca and Lather Up, all having their first lots of progeny hitting the racetrack this year for us. And, it's been a long time in the making, and so I just hope those offspring go as well as we think they will.
Let's stay on Poster Boy. He's got 2 horses in the sale. Absolute cracker for Brooke, a black colt, I think he is, stand up beautifully. He's thrown a stamp to the horses. You must be excited. One, to see them again represented so well in the Yearling sales, and we'll touch on that at the end of this, but obviously 2 here in this Tasmanian sale. Yeah. But also, as you said then, that next phase, I suppose, of racetrack and racetrack performances.
Yeah, that's right. And look, he's stamped his progeny in terms of look, and he's stamped them in terms of his personality as well, which is pretty unique to Poster Boy. And I think if the next step is he stamps him to be a racehorse as good as what he was, and that's what we're all waiting for, and I'm sure he'll do the job. That Poster Boy, that's the Ashura's Beau. Yep. She, that's Beau Tide's family, terrific Tasmanian family, very well known, and crossed with Poster Boy, magnificent looking colt. It's sure to be a good money winner for someone.
It is, and I encourage people to have a look at it. And there's another one in the sale. I'm not sure actually what that horse is by, but it's actually out of that same family. There's some quality bred horses in this sale. Yankee Rockstar, half brother, Poster Boy. You said there before about that 3x3 with Arts Place. There's every chance that will work as well with Poster Boy, and I think one of those is in this sale as well, isn't there?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, and we know what the Sun Beach line have done. They've changed the way people, I suppose, look at stallions almost, and the like. So that's the other unique part. And then if we throw the Vicbred Pure in there as well, he ticks a lot of boxes, that's for sure, Poster Boy, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely, and there's a lot of opportunity there, and I think with the way things are, just getting that extra few $1,000s back in terms of your Vicbred bonus is liked by all, so no one's going to say no to that.
Plenty of feedback about how the progeny are going. Like we did a couple of catching up with the kids out there a bit earlier on in the season, but there's plenty of good positive feedback about the Poster Boys.
Yeah, there is, and on that basis, he's been extremely well supported again this year, in the breeding barn, because because people like his progeny. You know, they like the way they're moving, they like the way they are to deal with. So yeah, they're just very likeable. So yeah, he's been very well supported off the back of that.
And that makes a big difference, I think, to any horses when people can get on the right foot with them.
Yeah.
Quite often you'll see some stallions, for whatever reason, they get a black mark, and a lot of it's just their temperament. Their winning results on the track speak for themselves, but they can be, the fact they're nice and easy to work with is always a positive.
Yeah, that's right. And now they're getting out, you know, trialling, and you know, we'll sort of start following those horses a bit more closely, and you know, from Queensland, you know, right over to Western Australia, they're popular. So there's quite a few going through the sales over there. They've been really well supported in the West too. So
yep, and they also throw up that unique one. If you have a grin from ear to ear mare, and I think there's another one this year I've seen as well. It's a unique little cross, because Aston Villa and the mother of Grin from ear to ear are similarly bred. So it actually makes a
damage.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it makes this unique little line in the pedigree pages, which is good. I do a lot of work for Woodlands. Woodlands and Llowalong Farms have had a great association. I'm going to say 4 years, and we'll touch on that a bit later on. Might be 5.
It's a fifth year that American Ideal has stood here.
Yep, and we will touch on him in a sec. Lather Up, though, again, you said there before about the excitement. It can be a bit frustrating sometimes too, waiting for these horses to hit the track. But I mean, he's so well represented in this Tassie sale. He's got 2 beautiful colts, a colt and a filly, but in the sale. But you're excited about seeing them go. And what about the progression of him as a horse as well through the farm? And you can probably touch on Poster Boy as well, of how they've actually changed, I suppose, their evolution.
Yeah, both of them similar age when they started. And
similar sorts of horses too, weren't they?
Yeah. I mean, they're just boys, you know. And yeah, now they've settled in, and you know, Poster Boy is very clockwork. Lather Up, you know, and this is what I'm talking in terms of collection, but Lather Up, you never know what you're going to get every collection. He's always a bit different, but you know, his fertility is phenomenal. Lather Up, and if they run as fast as his swimmers swim, he'll be just fine.
He's very well represented. Rose Run Zoe is a horse in North America. She was voted 2-year-old filly of the year, I think, in Ohio. She's won just shy of $200,000, and the one out of We Own a Bad Girl was actually bred along that same line. So actually got a couple of unique little markings on him too. He's a dark brown, like Lather Up, with a big white blaze, and so he's going to be well represented. Of course, last year he topped the sale. Lather Up, first time a first season size topped any sale as well. So again, the support from the Tasmanians is outstanding. That We Own a Bad Girl, a lot of the successful crosses there have been to Better's Delight in that family, and you know, so he's picking up that link, you know, with Lather Up going back to his grandsire, in Better's Delight. So yeah, it's a really nice cross for him, that Yearling, and I think he's got a lot of potential. January 26th, Friday. Make sure you're there. If you're not there, you can watch it online. It'll be at Nutrien Equine. Also, Tasracing you go to, and you'll be able to watch the live feed there. Starts at 7 o'clock. I would imagine that is probably subject to the last race running on time, but yeah, approximately 7 o'clock after the last race. So public holiday. If you're in Tassie, come out. Mark Barton and the crew will be selling them. Kath, we'll keep talking though about a few things. I'll swap this hat off if you like. And we said there before about the stallions. Don't worry, it's all good. You gave me the hat to wear. I've got to make sure I wear it. Bardo won't be happy his is on the ground, but that's okay. The stallions, you spoke. We'll keep on with Woodlands with the Great Association. American Ideal last year, 3rd on the 2-year-old size list Australia wide, which is incredible considering, you know, a lot of people turn around and said, oh, they're only old horses. Like the job that he has done. And just an update that came through yesterday, he sired 7 individual winners across 4 states in Australia. He's just doing a phenomenal job. He's 22. He doesn't know he's 22.
No,
and
he doesn't behave like he's 22 either, I can tell you that much. He's just full of life, and he's a great horse. And, you know, he's a great horse in terms of to be around, but, you know, the legacy that he's leaving as a sire, I mean, they're still running at all ages. He had so many 2-year-old winners this year. Probably, you know, very pretty. The 2-year-old filly won the Vic Bred.
30-ish. I'll get into trouble from you. I think it's 33, but I might be in trouble.
Yeah, I thought it was. I had 34, 35 in my head, but yeah, he's up there. You know, and it's terrific. You know, and the thing about the 2-year-olds from in 2023 racing they were the first crop of when he stood here in Australia. So it's a pretty proud moment for Mark and I and Woodlands. Like it's, you know, to see those. And, you know, I said before, you know, excited for this year to see the first of, you know, our poster boys, Lather Up and Soho Tribeca, because they're the first years. But it was the same last year with American Ideal, because that was the first year, you know, he'd been entrusted into our care. And I remember even when the first couple of weeks when we were collecting him, you know, I was ringing Mark at about day 10 and saying, have we got any preg test results back yet? You know, just so desperate to know that everything was going smoothly. He's like, they're only 10 days ago since we served them, just hang on a bit. But yeah, he's been terrific, and he just continues to leave racehorses all, you know, Australia, New Zealand, around the world. He's just a popular, and now a broodmare sire as well. He
does everything else, and he's terrific, and that is, it's a great association. It makes it easy for me. I know that we're dealing with the guys, and I was fortunate enough to be at Woodlands last week and spent some time with Andrew. I actually got out on the boat. You know, Hughesy hasn't been out on the boat yet, but I actually go out on HMAS Woodlands, and Hughesy didn't get to be out on that. But it's all good, Hughesy. Don't worry, the air conditioner works beautifully in it too, so it's very, very good. But it's a great association, and it's great to be it's a stud. On one side they're investing in Australia, so it works both ways. It's been terrific for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, we've got two stallions there at opposite ends of the spectrum as well. You know, we've got, you know, the tried and trusted true American Ideal, and then you've got Lather Up, who's his new kid on the block, and you know, has yet to prove himself. So we've got lots of exciting things to look forward to in the future there.
Third of your stallions are going to have the 2-year-olds hit the ground. One has actually already raced. Soho Tribeca is a son of American Ideal. I'm sort of going the right way. Don't worry, I know you want to talk about one, and we'll get to him. He might be last. I might tease you out a little bit longer than that. Hit the ground running. There was a big wrap on the horse. I think it ran fourth. Sorry, at Bendigo. Yeah. But the Soho Tribecas, the excitement level about these horses, a champion racehorse, and hopefully now going to that next phase as long as a sire, and here for you guys.
And look, he's just such a powerful stallion, and you can see him leaving that in his progeny. They've just got those great big bums. It's just a real, that's the engine room, there. And, and they have his temperament, which is just delightful. He's just the most unfazed stallion. He's just, they take those manners onto the track. And Mick Stanley's already said about some of the, progeny he's got coming along. And so he's just like, their old man, basically. So, and you can see that then goes to American Ideal as well, So I think American Ideal will leave, his next legacy will be through Soho Tribeca and his progeny, because I'm certain they will make the cut.
Yeah. And it's quite a unique thing. People can come here to the farm and you can see the sire of the sire, if you like, which is quite unique in a way as well. But you can see the stamp that, it helps both horses. American Ideal leaves that stamp, you can see it there, but you can also go to Tribeca and go, wow, they're catching up with kids. We did with Mick Stanley, that horse there, I would have said it was a 3-year-old. I mean, that was one thing. It was a well-grown, Mark Barton says, well-boned horse that had a great foundation under it that occasion. I don't think I think it might have trialled actually, that horse as well. So they are getting up and early, and it's just going to be a great fun time to be sitting back watching them, and it's quite unique for you. You've got 3 stallions all going to be hitting the ground as 2-year-olds. You're going to be watching the results pages quite religiously.
Oh, absolutely. And even on with Soho Tribeca, we got the filly that we sold as a charity horse last year, and all reports from Grant and Karen is that she's going really well, and she is just bomb-proof in what she does. So we'll be really looking forward to hopefully she makes it for Soho Tribeca, but also the proceeds from her winnings will go back to Pancare. So it'll just be really nice to see that continue on as well.
Yearling sales 14th of April at Melbourne. We're going to go back to the Stallions, don't panic. You're doing that again though this year, and we want to make sure people are aware that will be happening again this year. It's not something that you've just done a once-off. You're doubling down on it.
We've got 22 yearlings to take to the Melbourne Nutrien sale this year, and it's a terrific quality draft. Like really, really pleased with it. So people are welcome to come and have a look at those at any stage. It's still in the paddock at the moment, but either or.
I think we want people to do that.
We have it's actually another Soho Tribeca filly, as it turned out of a mare called Lady Rosalita.
Yep.
She's a Mach 3 mare. We know that cross goes really well with American Ideal.
Yep.
It's a lovely filly, and that will be the proceeds of her will go to Pancare as well.
So we want people to be aware of that. What lot number?
Oh, don't ask me that. It's too early.
I don't have that catalogue. Actually, Bardo will tell me off. I left that catalogue at home on the desk, but that's okay. So go through the catalogue. Encourage people to come here. I said there before about the stands. Come and have a look. There is so much diversity you can look at, and I do know that. His name just left me too. Nathan Jack's horse that went terrific was picked out of the paddock more so than when he saw him in the Yearling prep. I can't think of his name.
Is it you're talking about the Speak No Evil colt?
He won the Nutrien Classic for the 2-year-olds.
Oh, the big boss, the General Amble Better's Flight colt, who actually has a full brother in this year's sale.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, I'm going good on these segues, aren't I? But Nathan told me, he said he picked him out the day he came here, just looking at them in the paddock with mud and dirt on them and stuff like that in their natural environment. And he said he had to play a bit of, I think he was playing a bit of poker. He was sort of didn't want to look at him too much, so everyone knew he was looking at him. He was a bit coy about the whole thing. But that's the importance, isn't it?
Yeah, the big boss is he's certainly a really nice horse, and will continue to go on to bigger and better things, I'm certain. But yeah, some of them just they stand out in the paddock,
Yeah, he did that. Back to the stallions. We are all over the shop, but that's okay. Malmara. Who else is the pacing stallions? I'm in trouble because I tried.
Raging Bull.
Raging Bull.
Yep.
He's doing a great job as well.
Yep. So this 2023 saw the first of the arrival of his foals in Australia. Yep. So he's had foals in New Zealand, and a lot of those are racing in New Zealand and in Australia. They're quite popular. They've been brought out here. The foals are really nice, and so it's really good to see. And he's a good-looking horse. Is that Christian Cullen Raging Bull is a good-looking horse, and you can see it in his foals. And so really excited to see how they go. And I'm actually really looking forward to 2025 yearling sales.
Wait for one. Just stay on. Just wait for this year.
Because, his progeny will get the sales there. So we've got a few exciting years ahead of us as a start, and, I'm really looking forward to it.
Malmara had a winner the other day at Maryborough.
Yes, had his first winner. Yep. And, so that was pretty exciting for Mel.
Claire Payne was pretty joyed about that too.
Yeah,
the little things, but they are the walks that you go through in this industry. They'll never take that away from her. She's had the first winner.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And he hasn't had massive books, but like those horses are stunners, and you can't fault his race history. Like, he's an incredible racehorse. Like, his longevity, his sheer speed, and so I think we'll see probably, as time goes by, we'll see a few of those Malmaras pop up, and they'll be on the front of the packs.
His greatest tick, from my point of view, is his temperament. Like, to take photos, to take videos, to do an interview in a paddock. He is just a dude, isn't he?
Yeah, he knows it. He always just has this pose, and he's very good for the camera.
Pastor Stephen, very well represented in the sales coming up, both in Australia and New Zealand. Right across the board, beautiful, good-looking horse. For whatever reason, Father Patrick was off the boil last year, and then this year he's taken all before him, especially in New Zealand. He's a full brother to Father Patrick. He ticks every box, good-looking, black. He's got a lot of pluses to him. And his stamps, the progeny, they've almost all got that big white star or some sort of blaze and a white sock, and his progeny are built very much in the make of him. They're really long in the barrel. I know there's a couple about coming up as 2-year-olds this year, and that was from his first year when he was frozen semen. So it was only a very small crop then, and because we didn't get the frozen until more than halfway through the season. And so there'll be a few of those coming through to race this year, and I've had a few phone calls from those owners or trainers saying they're quite excited by they just trot. They just want to trot. Looking forward to that for Stevie, and we've got quite a few Pastor Stevens in our draft to go through the sales, and from a variety of great families actually. I was going to say, there's a few little quirks there too of a couple that I've looked at. I haven't deep dived into it, but I have had it, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. There's a couple of nice little crosses there as well. And as I say, he's a full brother to Father Patrick. If you want to see the lines at work, have a look at them, and look at a lot of Australians may not look at the New Zealand results, but I think he's got 4 or 5 of some of the best trotters going over 2 and 3-year-olds. It's not just a 2-year-old crop, the 3-year-olds as well. He's done an awesome job this year. So proven bloodlines, which is good for you for people to be able to follow it. Yeah, really looking forward to that for Stevie. I think he's, we just have to be patient and wait, and I think the progeny will do all the marketing for us once they get on the track. I really think they'll make that. And then your son of Walna, King of the North, his first season. You've got some exciting news to happen there from North America. Not actually winning a race, but your first foal. Their first foal arrived over there into the snow. Poor little, it looks cold. Whites, I know. And the boys head back in about the 12th of Feb. So, they're heading back to snow. It's just quite mind-boggling. So I've sort of whispered in their ear and prepare them a little bit. But I'm sure American Ideal knows the deal. He's well versed in that, but will be a bit of a shock to the system. But very, King of the North. He's just been he's been extremely well supported in Australia and New Zealand. He'll breed 180 mares for the season, and he's between the two countries, and his fertility is excellent. His attitude is brilliant. Like, he's so relaxed, and he's just a sweetheart. And
so he's been a real pleasure to have this year, and we're very lucky to have had him on farm, and look forward to when he returns. I'll be sad to see him go, but look forward to when he comes back. And Tara Hills, and Kat are very excited to be having him back now, especially with the first foals arriving. And I was stoked to see that photo this morning on Facebook.
It'd be interesting to see his evolution. He's not little or anything like that. When he came, he is a racehorse stallion. He looks like a quality racehorse, which is exactly what he is. Furnishes out now into that stallion, a bit like what you've been able to see with Lather Up and Poster Boys and those horses when they sort of let down. It's going to be great to see him come back next year looking more like a stallion.
Yeah, and even in the time he's been here, he's just let down and bulked up, and he's just and matured a bit more, and he's just a delight, and the family and the quality of the dam line is just phenomenal, and they're all going great guns, that whole line, the Chapter 7, the Walden line over there, and he has the best performed son, and just with that, the streak through his dam, it's a brilliant pedigree. So I think he'll continue. He'll be a game changer down here.
22 yearlings going through the yearling sales. Big draft. You excited about that?
Yeah, it's like our grand final. So we're sort of coming to the end of the stud season, but we've got the yearlings to still come on, so that'll keep us busy for a while yet. But the sales of the grand final, it's for the breeders and the owners, that's been a massive investment over a long period of time, and right from when they've picked who they're going to breed to. So it is definitely the grand final for everyone involved, and it's exciting to showcase these yearlings on behalf of our owners, and we're very fortunate to have some really, really well-bred yearlings through this sale this year, and thank all the owners for entrusting them into our care, because we're really proud of them, and we're proud to show them off, and really look forward to the sales in April.
Do you get nervous?
Oh yeah, I hardly sleep for the week beforehand, and then you just want everything to go right. And
take pride in what you do.
Oh yeah, and the staff are the same too. Like, Renee's already worried about the yearling sales, and she just, because she does it, they do such a good job with them, and they've already put so much effort into them as weanlings. They're always exceptionally well handled. They're a delight to take, but they take so much pride in the job that they do, and they're so proud of them. They've nurtured them right since they've been born here, or even seen their ultrasound scans. So in some ways we're more attached than anyone is to them. So, and it's sad to see them go. Yeah. And
probably that next phase, like we say about the excitement level of the boys, 2-year-olds starting to hit the track, the staff here will be watching it as well. They'll be the same ones looking through the results pages, keeping an eye on it. So,
absolutely. Yeah,
keeping it going from there. Kath, it's a vet clinic. You do a phenomenal job. You're investing in stallions. Here, you want to keep continuing to grow the sport. You have the enthusiasm, which I love. I've always spoken about that, so I think you guys do an awesome job. Hopefully, I've covered off on most of it. This is only a teaser. I mean, we'll be doing yearling videos. I'll be promoting your yearlings as we go through. We'll probably doing some other stuff leading up into it. But one, I do thank you. But hopefully, before I do that, have I covered off on everything, just in case I've forgotten something?
Yeah, no, I think so. It's the end of the stud season, Paul, so my head's a bit mush anyway. So, no, I think we've done well.
No, very good, Kath. Thank you. Thank you very much. Don't forget the Tassie sale, as I said, January 26th, which is Friday, 7 o'clock overnight time. Nutrien will be selling it, so you can go to Nutrien Equine to follow that. Or Tasracing, they'll have the live stream there. If you're in Tasmania, might be the people there know how to do it, so they'll be fine. But we're looking forward to it. Then the sales start rolling on. We go to Queensland in 2 weeks, a month later to Sydney, 2 weeks back to Bathurst, and then it all culminates April 14, which is effectively April 12. I think it starts down here in Melbourne at the end of it. So a lot of excitement to come. Won't be the last time you and I are standing here talking in a microphone, but thank you very much for joining me, Kath.
No worries. Thanks, Paul.